in the ancient port town of Dartmouth, South Devon, where the River Dart meets the sea and narrow streets twist like secrets beneath the cliffs. Folklore has woven a tapestry of the uncanny trio of spectral enigmas that haunt the night: the White Rabbit, Spring-Heeled Jack, and the Clink Horse. Each has left its mark on the town's collective memory, their elusive forms and eerie sounds echoing through centuries of whispered tales. From a vanishing rabbit to a leaping fiend and an unseen steed's clinking shoe, Dartmouth's shadows brim with mystery, their presence felt more often than seen, their truths as slippery as the river's tide. The White Rabbit's legend stretches back to the 1600s, born in the fog-laden dawns when Dartmouth was a bustling hub of sailors and smugglers. A creature of unearthly luminescence, its fur gleamed like moonlit snow, its eyes glowing faintly red as it darted through alleys and churchyards. Many claimed to have seen it, a great many, in fact, its form, distinct yet fleeting, always glimpsed at the edge of vision near the Butterwalk or flitting across the cobbles of Foss Street. In 1692, a fisherman named Edward Gale swore he'd cornered it by St. Saviour's Church, throwing himself onto the creature with all his weight, only to find nothing beneath him when he looked, his hands grasping empty air. A century later, in 1795, a group of children playing near the quay claimed they'd trapped it in a burlap sack, their cheers turning to gasps as the sack fell flat. The rabbit vanished as if it had never been. The White Rabbit became Dartmouth's phantom Quarian Chibo, untouchable, a trickster spirit that teased the greedy and defied the bold, whispering of magic older than the town itself. Spring-Heeled Jack, a more sinister spectre, emerged in Dartmouth's lore in the early 1800s. His name borrowed from the broader English myth, but seasoned with local dread. Said to be a manor, something like one with eyes like burning coals and legs coiled with unnatural power. Jack was known for his long leaps and bounds, vaulting from street to rooftop in a single stride. The rattle of chains announced his coming, a clattering din heard one moment in the darkness of Duke Street, the next echoing from the slates above Smith Street. In 1838, a barmaid named Sarah Boone, locking up the Cherub Inn at midnight, heard the chains first, a metallic cacophony that sent her heart racing before seeing a shadow leap from the alley to the inn's gabled roof. 20 feet above, its silhouette framed against the moon before vanishing into the night. A decade later, in 1849, a sailor named Henry Voss stumbled through Higher Street, drunk on rum, when Jack's chains rattled behind him, followed by a laugh like breaking glass. Turning, he saw the fiend bound over a row of houses in a single leap, disappearing toward the river. Spring-Heeled Jack became Dartmouth's boogeyman, a restless spirit of mischief or malice, his chains a warning sound that kept children indoors and drunks alert on moonless nights. The Clink Horse, the most elusive of the trio, has never been seen by mortal eyes, its presence known only by the sound of its clinking sure metallic chime, rhythmic and deliberate, like a blacksmith's hammer on steel. Heard often but never traced, the Clink Horse's hoofbeats haunted Dartmouth's lanes, especially near the waterfront where the old shipyards once thrived. In 1756, a watchman named Benjamin Holt patrolled Bayard's Cove at dawn when the sound came a steady clink-clink-clink, moving past him toward the river. Though no horse tread the cobbles, no shadow crossed his lantern's glow. In 1873, a baker named Mary Pike, rising early to knead dough in her Lower Street shop, froze as the clinking passed her door, circling the building thrice before fading toward the castle. The air heavy with the scent of damp hay, though no stable, the Clink Horse became a phantom omen, its unseen gait a harbinger of change or calamity. It's clinking a riddle no one could solve, perhaps a ghost of a smuggler's steed, lost in a forgotten raid, or a spirit bound to the iron of Dartmouth's shipbuilding past. These three spectres wove themselves into Dartmouth's fabric, their tales shared by firelight in taverns like the Cherub and the Seven Stars, their names a caution to the curious. In 1925, during a foggy November, their legends converged in a single, eerie night. Alice Crane, a schoolteacher of 42, walked home from a choir practice at St. Patrick's Church, her lantern casting a frail glow on Higher Street. Near the Butter Walk, she glimpsed the white rabbit, its white fur stark against the shadows, darting toward the quay. She lunged for it, her hands brushing nothing as it vanished mid-step, leaving her sprawled on the cobbles with a racing heart. As she rose, dusting her skirts, a clatter of chains echoed from above, and Spring-Heeled Jack appeared leaping from one rooftop to the next, his silhouette a dark arc against the fog, his laughter chilling her blood before he bounded out of sight toward the river. Shaken, Alice hurried on, her steps quickening as she neared Bayard's Cove. When the Clink Horse's sound began a steady clink-clink circling her in the mist, invisible hooves pacing just beyond her lantern's reach until they faded toward the water. She stumbled home, trembling, her tale told the next day at the Seven Stars, where old-timers nodded sagely. They'd heard the trio before, though never in one night, a confluence that whispered of unrest in Dartmouth's unseen realms. Alice's encounter became a touchstone for the town, proof of the spectre's enduring grip on its soul. Through the 20th century, sightings persisted. The white rabbit, glimpsed by children near the castle in 1953, vanishing beneath their outstretched hands. Spring-Heeled Jack's chains, heard atop the Royal Castle Hotel in 1978, his laughter trailing off into the night. The Clink Horse's metallic chime echoing near the Old Market Square in 1995, its unseen stride unsettling late-night dog walkers. Dartmouth's residents learned to live with their phantoms, their presence a strange comfort, a reminder of the town's deep roots and deeper mysteries. Today, Dartmouth thrives as a haven for tourists, its quays bustling with yachts, its streets alive with festival cheer. But beneath the sunlight, the shadows whisper catch. "Me who can," says the white rabbit, slipping through fingers like smoke. "Beware my leap," warns Spring-Heeled Jack, his chains a rooftop menace. "Hear my tread," murmurs the Clink Horse, it's clinking a riddle in the dark. On foggy nights, when the river mirrors a starless sky, Dartmouth listens on. Those who walk its lanes might yet glimpse a white flash, hear a rattle, or feel the clink of an unseen hoof. The town's haunted trio dancing through time, as elusive as the tide that shapes their home. Many thanks for treading this tale's dark path. If its chill gripped you, follow, subscribe, and comment below.